Good evening, cadets. I'm just waiting for fine people to kind of get rolling in here. So good evening, cadets. So a couple things as we get rolling tonight. I'm going to be doing a section of the talking here. We're going to have coaches come up. They're going to stand kind of in front of this cadet table as they come up as I announce whatever sport they are. And athletes, as we announce your name, if you guys can just walk up and make kind of a single file line that stretches out towards our bleachers here to my left. I recently learned that local of you had the University of Nebraska head coach John Cook as their keynote speaker for their athletic banquet. If you've ever heard John Cook speak or seen him coach, you are familiar with the weight of his words and what they carry, his ability to motivate and get results. Not to be outdone, our administration secured a similarly revered and accomplished articulate speaker for our opening of this event. Anyway, welcome to the 2020-2021 Athletic Banquet. Thank you, our coaches, who put in countless hours for their sports and athletes. Our coaches dedicated a huge part of their lives for very minimal pay. They work nights, evenings, off seasons towards internal and team goals. Our coaches' hearts break with your losses and rejoice with your victories. The most influential person in my life to date is a coach. And like many of yours, he worked tirelessly and cared deeply. They make the difference because they aren't counting hours or money in their bank account. They have greater passion and purpose, your children and your athletes. To our seniors, we will miss you dearly as cadets, and you've made us very proud. When I came here 2 years ago and had conversations with your coaches, all of them voiced great excitement about this senior class and its potential. When I start listing the accomplishments that are on this table in the back and everything else, you will see that they did not let us down. And that potential was lived up to, and we're grateful for your time and your leadership. 2020 and 2021 was a year for pushing forward and taking the next step. We had both individual and team successes. We won district championships in football and girls golf. We were district runners-up in girls basketball. We were sub-district champions in wrestling, conference champions in wrestling, girls golf, and boys track, conference runner-up in volleyball, boys cross country, and girls basketball. And that's the first time in cadet history that our boys cross country team has placed first or second in conference. In fact, I ordered a new East Custer Conference flag that you guys can see on the back table there. And that East Custer Conference flag was completely blank starting this year. And now it's nearly half full with medals won. We had state placers in girls golf, wrestling, cross country, and possibly more coming in track and boys golf. Our girls wrestling team and girls golf team earned third place in their respective state meets. What do we call that? We call that a step forward. I wonder how many of these accomplishments Coach Cook got to mention. For our physics and physical science students here, which one is harder to overcome? Static friction or kinetic friction? Let me down, students. Which one's harder to overcome? I saw a student back there now. The static friction. Static friction is not moving, right? Our athletic department and what we're doing right now is moving, and it's moving forward. And the power and the things that we've done, the power that the coaches have done, the power that the seniors have done, is moving our programs forward. And they need to continue to move forward. But the effort to start that movement was key, and we thank you for that. Lost my spot, sorry. How we conquer the greatest adversaries and our greatest challenges starts the same way for everyone and all of us. It's taking the next step. When others won't, we take one more step. We push out of our comfort zones, and we have the courage to be different or better. Yet the focus remains the same. Take the next step. In life, that means many things. Tell someone that you're sorry. Let a deep hurt inside your life go away. Apply for that job. Lose sleep pushing yourself and getting better. Put down your phone and live life with purpose. The next step is always a step forward, and it takes courage to take that step. When the days, weeks, months, or maybe even years have been difficult, understand that the first step you take towards a goal is always the hardest. But after you take that one step, the next step, and the next step, and the next step. Before you know it, you'll find that you're doing things that you yourself and others didn't think were possible. Sports for myself, and I'm guessing many of you, provided the foundation of skills that we need moving into adulthood. Athletes are goal-oriented. They push past barriers. They manage their time. They work well with others. These are intangible skills that every employer in the world is looking for. For athletes, the hard times and the heartbreaks of your life are fuel for passions and future desires. So remember when life is hard and when you need to step up, take that next step. You have the skills because you're an athlete. Okay. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We are going to recognize each one of our sports. We're actually going to start with cross country first with Coach Rocky. So as I announce the different people that are up here, we're going to kind of do some different things. Coach Rocky's going to greet them, and again, I'd like him to trail off to my left over here. So for our participants for cross country, and when we call someone a participant, that just means they did the ladder on the year. Does everybody understand that? But they put in the time, effort, and energy. They were in every practice. They did the things to finish the year, and they showed dedication in doing that. There's nothing wrong with being a participant in any sport. In fact, sometimes being an upperclassmen participant, I think shows more admiration than anything else. That you're willing to continue to fight and continue to do all these things. So our participants are Chris Pena. You're here? Come on up, Chris. You told me he was going to be here. Emily Montenegro. Matt Alberts. Georgia Larson and Braden Shantz. Our letter winners are Brandon Nitzel, Zach Bosch, Edward Pena, Marisa Figueroa, and Alondra Figueroa. So like I stated before, this is the first time ever that our boys play second in conference. We did have one state qualifier when we were here, that is Brandon Nitzel, and Brandon Nitzel placed 12th at state this year. The other thing was I'd just like to wish Mr. Nitzel, is Tony here? I see Tony. Tony has decided to hang up his running shoes, at least from the coaching aspect. I know he probably still run, but thank you for everything you've done for our runners. We really appreciate that. Okay? Next is girls golf. Our letters were all Russell Euclides, Kaylee Johnson, Allie Bell, Brooke Dekemper, Shelby Warman, Emily Olegmuller, and Brianna Gerken. Come on, Shelby. Thanks for being here. So this team did a great job this year. Keith, would you say this is maybe your most successful team? Okay. Most successful team stat-wise in the history of West Point Beamer. They were conference champ, district champions, and placed they placed third place at state meet. Individual placers were Brooke Dekemper, Kaylee Johnson. State qualifying team was Almaros Euclides, Kaylee Johnson, Allie Bell, Shelby Warman, and Brooke Dekemper. Congratulations all. Harrison again. So our participants boys got for Levi Schiller, William Robertson, Aiden Hughes, Landon Hazenkamp, Colin Sullivan. And our letter winners were Ty Kaut, Drake Remslayer, Caleb Hazenkamp, Jake Reason, Aiden Humke, Riley Penrose, Nathan Kaut, and Chad Fox. Come on up, guys. So this season obviously is not finished. These guys are going to compete. A lot of you guys are going to compete tomorrow in Schuyler, and then on Monday they have districts that is going to be in Wayne. So we wish these guys good luck. We hope they qualify as a team, and we hope they also have individual qualifiers. They definitely have the potential to score very well as a team. Football. Coach Schluter unfortunately cannot be here tonight. There's a lot of these guys up there, so you're going to have to spread out as we go here. Participants are Anthony Harrington, Aiden Hughes, Alex Montenegro, Christian Ramirez, Carson Walker, Ryan Wojciechowski, Jacob Dominguez, Landon Hazenkamp, and Connor Gorski. Letter winners were Manny Figueroa, Jesus Barragon, Alejandro Adesia, Ivan Figueroa, Gail Hazekamp, Nolan James, Ty Cal, Jesus Medina, Jake Reason, Jake Refslager, Edgar Rodriguez, Joe Rodriguez, Zach Vandergren, Cooper Colson, Cameron Cox, Keegan Doggett, Owen Fox, Jason Hagedorn, Cody Hill, Hayden Humke, Riley Penrose, Miguel Perez, Ethan Dale, Angel Garcia, Jax Jacobson, Nathan Cow, Jimmy Maya, Bennett Meyer, Grayson Meyer, Keaton Person, Sebastian Ramirez, Noah Ernesti, Colton Haber, Juan Lemus, and Trevin Webb. Yeah. This team was district champs and playoff participants. They had great accomplishments individually and as a team. All-state honorable mention. As I list you guys from all-state honorable mention, if you take one step forward, I really appreciate it. Edgar Rodriguez, Alejandro Adiza, Miguel Perez, and Zach Vandergren. First team all-state was Joe Rodriguez and Jesus Barragon. Jesus is going to represent West Point Beaver in the Shrine Bowl, and there's a couple other athletes, I believe it's Zach, Miguel, and Alejandro that are representing us in the Northeast Northwest Classic All-Star game. Thank you, football team. Girls softball. Oh, one quick thing on our football team. I wanted to give a special thank you to any coaches that are leaving tonight. Coach Schluter is leaving the district tonight, but thank you for his service, especially being an edge coach. The time and effort they put in was valuable, and you can obviously see the growth of our program over the years. Assistant coach Jake Alexander is obviously transitioning to the AD position. Thank you for being there. And Coach David Hellman, he's here as well. Wood is also leaving us. Thank you guys for your service and doing all you can for our athletes. Girls softball. Letter winners include Lauren Rogge, Hannah Landholm, Grace Williams, Sage Misery, Callie McCabe, Callie Gardis, Claire Posh, Anna Henderson, Josephine Moyer, Molly Wynn, Allie Lozzie, and Valerie Linderman. If these individuals will step forward, these students are named honorable mention All-State. Lauren Rogge, Valerie Learman, and Hannah Landholm. Big thank you to Coach Scott Anderson. He's also going to be stepping down as girls softball coach. Spend more time with his grandchild. Thank you for everything. Now I'm going to have Mr. Steve Walker, I think I skipped something, is going to come up and announce the Greg Refslager Scholarship.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this year's athletic banquet. My name is Steve Blocker, and I'm on the board of the West Point Beaver Schools Foundation. And this is about my only chance to have a little commercial for the foundation. We missed out on last year's golf tournament, which is our largest fundraiser of the year. And I ask and beg and plead with all of you, don't be afraid to open up your checkbook and give a donation to the foundation. I don't know exactly how many dollars we end up giving out every year. Somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000 of scholarships that we give out every year. So we are doing a lot for our students, our staff, and our campus here at West Point. The golf tournament this year is the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, which I think is the 29th. 30th? Okay, so it's the 30th. Very TV history. So if anybody wants to play, feel free to get a hold of myself, Carrie Swanson, Bruce Dell, Cindy Pets, Mark Rita Eichelberger, Christian Marshall. So that being said, don't be afraid to make a donation to our foundation. We sure appreciate it. Tonight it's my honor and my pleasure to present the Greg Rexler Memorial Scholarship. Greg died tragically in a car accident I believe it was the 4th of July weekend of 2004. And Greg was just a heck of a kid. Played, I think he was a guard on our football team, defensive tackle on defense. He was a tough kid. And anyway, when he passed away, Greg Harstick was the president of the board, and I was the vice president of the board of our foundation. And Dennis and Roxanne came up and said, we would like to do something to memorialize our son. And I don't know if many of you knew them, great solid people. They couldn't afford a $25,000 scholarship, but that's what they gave. Gave it from the heart. And they said, we only have one request. Quarterbacks and halfbacks and wide receivers, they're the ones that get all the glory. They get all the notoriety and all the publicity. And the linemen are the ones that make it all possible. And he said, yeah, you're right. And he says, we wanted to go to the line. And those of you that played on the line, you know, you get beat up, you get stepped on, you get spit on, and you get cheap shotted, and typically the lineman cheap shot him back. I mean, I was an umpire for 25 years, I saw it all. So we said, you bet, we're going to give this to a lineman. Well, and I think every year so far, we've done a really good job. And the coaches are a great help in helping us select this winner. And this year's winner, I think he kind of epitomizes a lineman. He's had to fight through a lot of different things this year, and he's been beat up, and as far as I know, he never complained, he never pitched in moaned about anything, he just showed up and played. That all being said, this year's winner of the Greg Rexler Memorial Scholarship also happens to wear one of my favorite pro football players, and that was Big Buckets. A lot of you guys probably don't know what number he wore. But this year's winner of the Greg Rexler Scholarship is number 51, Zach Bennett.
Moving on to our next activity, which is going to be unified bowling. Our participants are unified bowling with Thomas Learman, Marcel Antonio, Michael Linke, Mary Bruni, and Deb Chambliss. Our letter winners are Riley Heller, Trevor Francis, and Christian Conway. Thank you for Mrs. Miller. She took over when we were in Crush. Everybody knows that this role has been doing that position for a long time and doing a great job. We really appreciate Ms. Miller for stepping in for us and being an integral part of that team. We're going to now move to girls volleyball. So our participants in girls volleyball were Ashlyn Bell, Diana Cervantes, Kate Grove, Brittany Trujillo, Emily Littell, Ashley Conan, Logan Consbrook, Olivia Gross, Malia Vance, Braylon Johnson, Haley Popkin, Jocelyn Reyes, and Haley Heller. Our letter winners were Brooklyn Bell, Rachel Grove, Reese Snodgrass, Sydney Swanson, Emily Tell, Tell's like twice, she's a letter winner. Jade Meyergard, Jordan Lando, Lauren Hagedorn, Katie Greenforth, and Megan Anderson. Our volleyball team really had a remarkable season this year. In the